What is going on, crypto family? This is your boy Random Arts coming with a quick video. And on today's video, guys, we're going to be talking about a CTO token giving life-changing gains. Guys, CTO, in my opinion, probably is the easiest way for retail to being able to make life-changing gains. Like, making money is cool, but making life-changing gain, that is going to be next level. Last cycle, I made 6 figures. This cycle, I'm looking to make 8 figures. Pretty much, I'm just summing up my post that I made today. And the reason being that the reason why I'm saying this, because after I analyzed the trades that I won from, the trades that I didn't win from, like the common denominator of the ones that I made the most on were CTO token, because the CTO token, it gives a lot more advantage, because now I'm not worrying, I'm not fighting, or I'm not battling with a dev that owns a huge amount of supply that he just minted out of thin air. That's not how capital is. That's not how money works. You can't mint capital out of thin air. And that's what typically happens whenever they receive the free token. They're receiving capital out of thin air. Like, people always talk about, oh, the US dollar, they're constantly printing money and all this and that, causing to devalue the dollar. But what do you think is happening whenever a CEO or a dev receive free token? They just minted new tokens or minted new capital out of nowhere, and it's going to automatically devalue that token. Like, it's really that simple. But the way that I see it, 8 figures with the CTO. Now, let's take a look at this CTO token, guys. And the reason why I'm bringing them up, because they are a mirror image of Roaring Kitty. Because that's the first time that I heard about them was in December, I want to say. I was on Pablo Crow's shield thing, and I was waiting to get up. They had other projects that was in front of me, that was doing their pitch. And this project, this one really stood out to me, because stuff that they were saying were like they're 100% community owned, 100% community driven. They raid, they shield, they mint NFTs as well for their project. Things like that. The things that we were saying, I'm like, oh my God, they're copying Roaring Kitty. But afterwards, I really thought about it. I was like, no, they're not copying Roaring Kitty. They're actually just a CTO project. And being the fact that they're a CTO project, they have to do things the way that they do, and that is going to bring on success. And that's exactly what happened, because around this time when I seen it, and I did not buy it, because again, I don't like buying high. It's buy low, sell high. If you're buying somewhere in the, just a side note, you hear buy low, sell high, right? All the time. But many people do not practice it. And the way that you're going to gauge whether or not if you're buying high is, where is it at? If you look left, left on the chart, it's going to tell you. At the time, it was somewhere right here. So if I'm looking at it and it's right around here, what can I say? Like, oh, I am actually buying high. So that's the reason why I chose not to buy it, and I actually bought it around March, if I'm not mistaken, somewhere around like a $2.5 million market cap ish, like right around in this area. They didn't have this pump, and I saw my bag going up. I was like, oh, cool, CTO. But then it had the crash, because again, when it comes to CTO tokens, the people that's going to sell are holders. And the holders that sell are the same people who bought into the token at some point in time. They're either selling for a profit or they're selling for a loss. Right? And that's exactly what ended up happening. So a lot of people that left, not rating, not shilling, they end up regretting, because I've been in the Telegram just watching, and some of the people that sold early are saying, "Oh my God, I wish I would have kept onto my bag. You guys were right," and all this and that. And that's because a CTO project is programmed to go higher, because the selling pressure that it has only comes from holders. Since holders put in to exchange those tokens, then that just simply means it is being accounted for. So nothing is not being minted or being released out of thin air. It is an exchange for a value is taking place. So Holders stop selling. After holders stop selling, guess what we see? Boom, big parabolic move on the way up, right? It's currently at a $29 million market cap. It set an all-time high of 34, $35 million market cap. And this thing just, just last week was somewhere around like a $2.5 million mark or 2.3 million market cap. So it just shows you that things could change real fast, real quick. And the other thing too that's happening, which is crazy, because even during this run up, as you can see, all these wicks, they're still getting sales from people who were in the project early on. They're still getting sales because after they get sales, people are just buying up the dip. The people that left over here, they're buying up the dip and they're finally buying into the the strategy of, okay, a CTO project, you hold, all you gotta do just hold, rate, and chill. And that's what's happening while you're seeing all these dips. People are just coming back into the project and now they're holding on. Now, if you look at their holder count, similar to Roaring Kitty, a slightly better 2,994. We're currently at 1,295. So huge, huge, huge opportunities for both projects in itself. Roaring Kitty, like I mentioned, sellers, they're leaving. Because sellers are leaving, because we had someone who had 7 million roar, they sold and I think they cashed out like $26,000. But right after that, we saw a massive buying opportunity and people started buying up the dip. And now we're gonna continue to keep going higher if there's no more sellers that's looking to sell their bag. Like, it's very, very simple for a CTO project to go up. Right now, we're still in that consolidation phase. Like, all of this is consolidation right here, guys. Look at their consolidation till it had this massive breakout. This trying to breach this all-time high, this took them 7 months or 6 months to happen, or 7 months, I'm sorry, for this to happen. But throughout this time, guess what their community was doing? Rating and shilling nonstop. So if you're looking at our token right now, like, oh my God, we just had another, what you call them, blah, blah, blah. What do you think happened to them as well too? And what do you think happened to some of the people? They're complaining about the same thing. That's why I say CTO, it's programmed to being able to change retail's life. But the thing that is required from retail investor, because again, if you get into these higher market cap plays or these dev run programs, or I said program tokens, then you're relying on the dev to being able to make you rich. And newsflash, the dev is looking after its own interests. So a CTO is forcing you to look after your own interests as far as like rating and chilling, because you want the price to go up, you want the price to go higher, and because you want that to happen, that's what you're gonna do. And another thing that you're gonna also do is mint an NFT, because again, it takes a community to being able to mint this out completely, because now we're just pretty much um pulling funds together to being able to help out the project. This is something that they did. Hold, SPX did it, Turbo did it. Being the fact that all of these are CTO projects or ran like CTOs, they're able to mint out their NFT. So as soon as we able to mint out our NFT, we should be able to see some nice positive price action as well too. Um, or at least the reaching the $1 billion mark should be a lot easier, a lot faster, because now we funded our liquidity as well as buying these tokens on the open market. So hopefully, guys, you got something out of this video, because again, my main purpose for making this video was just to show you, or to really encourage you, if you're still sitting on the sideline and you're part of Roaring Kitty, you're not active, this right here should be motivation enough, because again, the community that raids the loudest, the community that shows up every single day, they're going to be the one that's going to get rewarded with this. And people that's not rating and the people that's not shilling, they're going to be the one that's going to also be the one that's going to be selling. They're going to sell, they're going to leave the project just to look back and be like, oh my God, this thing is pumping, I hope this thing go to zero, because usually that's what end up happening. you know Whenever you miss something, most people are gonna, the people that missed it, they're gonna wish this thing crash and burn. But yeah, but really, guys, that is all that I have for you today. Since this video is over 10 minutes long, leave in the comments CTO. I want to see who all watched this video all the way to the end. Peace.